Hey, what's going on, everybody? So this is take two of this video. I had made one literally just a couple minutes ago, but for some reason my mic wasn't registering with my Logitech camera software. So here goes take number two. After my long hiatus from YouTube, it's been over a month now that I've posted any videos, and it's I feel like I always say that, and I know I do. But it's been longer than it normally has been since I've made a video. And I thought I'd go ahead and talk about my progress on the CCIE. I know some of my viewers may not be interested in this at all, but I guess from what I want to talk about is this where I'm at this point and what I see in the near future as far as my CCIE certification track goes. So as some of you may know, I started my CCIE journey, I made the video for that May 31st of 2014. At this point, it's been about 6 months or so since I've started that journey, and about a month and a half to 2 months ago, I finished all of INE's training videos and Workbook 1 labs. So you know, that took me about 4 months or so, 3.5 to 4 months to finish all of that, and which means that I'm pretty much roughly on schedule to where I planned to be. I have decided that I'm gonna go ahead and wait a little while longer to take the written exam, because for one, some of the new publications for the version 5 written exam is still yet to be released. At this point, Narvik has released his first workbook, which is his first certification book for version 5 INE CCIE, and it's really good. And I really want to wait till the end of November to go ahead and read the second volume of it. Usually, those CCIE books are one volume, but he decided to make it into 2 volumes, which I think is pretty cool. I have read all of Routing TCP Volume 1, and I'm about halfway through Volume 2. And in hindsight, I'm really quite glad that I've kind of stretched out that the reading of that stuff towards the end, because I plan on taking the written towards probably the end of December, right before the holidays, just to get that out of the way, and hopefully I pass on the first attempt. So far, I've had mostly good luck, and I've prepared myself pretty well for most of my written exams that I've taken with Cisco thus far, and I'm hoping that continues. But you know, if it doesn't, it doesn't, and I'll take the exam again, because I am not going to give up on this one. So, what are my plans now that I've finished all of INE's material? In regards to Workbook 1, a lot of people stop at Workbook 1. I've talked to a couple of IEs that have told me that they just went through Workbook 1 and they just kept on doing that over and over and over and over, and they essentially passed the exam just that way. And that's crazy because it doesn't really put any of the technologies together. It just kind of isolates them into separate sections. And but no, my plan, regardless of what anybody else has done, I know some people study differently, learn things at different paces, but I'm essentially going to go through all of INE's workbooks, the foundation labs, which are still there's still only one of them. They recently extended that foundation lab. It was really short at first, but they extended it to be much longer, which is great. I'm still waiting for the rest of those foundation labs. They have been a little quicker about releasing the full-scale labs than they have been about releasing the foundations, which is a little odd to me. You would think they would go in order rather than skipping around like that. Also, some of their Workbook 1 stuff has not been updated, which is alright, I guess. I suppose I'm a little less concerned about the status on the workbook 1 because all the major topics have been covered. It's far more extensive than from what I've seen on some samples and from what I've seen from other people as far as like IP experts workbooks and NARBIC's workbooks. It's far more inclusive, I guess. It includes a lot of topics, some of which are probably beyond the scope of the CCIE by just a little bit, but not by much, and they're definitely all valid cases that could be presented to you on the CCIE lab exam. So again, I'm taking the approach of taking the entire study as if I'm going to take the lab exam, and as a result of that I will pass the written exam hopefully in like I said, the end of December. So throughout all that, I've been taking notes on what are the topics that I had to retouch on and revisit. One of those, of course, being BGP. Right now I'm working on that. MPLS, Layer 3 VPNs, IPsec, quality of service was one that I have had a really hard time with. And I'm probably going to have to revisit multicast again, route filtering and things like that. Or those are things that I know I'm going to have to go through quite a few times. And the good thing is I have months. I have months and months and months to go about learning, or not learning, but rehashing what I have already learned. And quite surprisingly enough, the second time around it's much simpler, and it's a lot easier to get through the videos and the labs. And I don't feel like it's because I've done them once already, but it's because I'm actually understanding the topics much better than I did when before I saw those videos. And with that, I believe that that's enough to I mean, to give INE, you know, I taught my hat to them. I mean, Brian McGann did a great job on all of these ATC videos. I think nobody can say otherwise. It's a great series of workbooks, a great series of videos. There's a lot of topics, and INE has done a really good job covering not only that. I mean, they've been extending their market into data center collaboration. They're even doing like Wireshark, SDN, as well as some VMware stuff that I'm actually thinking about purchasing before or after I go to a VMware training from work, which I've been promised to go to, but I still haven't been sent out. But hopefully that'll happen soon. And yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at this point. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and that's all I got for today, so I will see you all next time.